Hello friends. It is a dreary, rainy day here at the farm. I've already got soaking wet. This is all my hair will do today. I want to give you a tour of my garden, but it won't stop raining and my camera is not waterproof. So instead, we're gonna cook together and have a little visit. First, I'm gonna show you what we're gonna cook today. So get your ingredients ready. They're all pretty simple. If you don't have these ingredients in your garden, store-bought is fine. We're gonna have steak and salad, which is my meal on repeat this time of year. I do have ingredients for my salad out of my garden. In the past, I have grown a garden, but this is the first year where I've really paid attention. And boy, oh boy, has my garden been prolific already. We have had tons of rain, so that's wonderful. I just wanted to show you and brag a little bit what is in my garden. So we have some wonderful cucumbers. So these right here are Parisian gherkins. I also planted quick snack cucumbers. However, they have not done as well. I've had a few, but not that many. And I don't know if it's just that variety is not prolific here, something about my microclimate, or because the gherkins have taken off and strangled the quick snacks. Not really sure why, but I'm not complaining because I have so many of the gherkins that I have more than enough. I also have some wonderful little cherry tomatoes. So these are the Sun Sugar cherry tomatoes. And then I also have Sweet 100 cherry tomatoes. So we're going to use that to make our salad along with some herbs out of the garden. I do have some squash out of the garden. I'm not going to use these today. In the past, before I was eating gluten-free, low carb, whatever, I would fry these up in this very delicious batter that I got from Bass Pro Shop. But I'm going to have to come up with my own version of that and see how that can go. We're not going to do that today, so I'm just going to sit these over here. Something else that's in my garden is flowers. So I planted zinnias this year. I planted a whole bunch of different varieties. I don't know the names of them, but they have started to bloom and they are just beautiful. My dahlias are blooming. I'll insert a picture here. And my calla lilies that my sweet husband planted for me, they're also doing really well. So the garden, it does look like a jungle out there because of all the rain. We will go look at it at some point in the future. But for now, we're just gonna cook. I'm also gonna make a drink. I'm actually very thirsty. So, how good is this going to be at following me? I got these new glasses. Oh no, did it lose me? No, it didn't. What? That's crazy. These are from Pottery Barn, I want to say. And how cute are these? Look how pretty. That's so pretty. I find that drinking out of pretty glasses makes the experience of having sparkling water even more fun. So I'm going to have my usual. Because this is such a small glass, I'm not going to use a full packet of my electrolytes. These are the Element Lemonade Salt electrolytes. Very high sodium, 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. I really enjoy these. I enjoy them even more when it's hot and sunny, and I can make me one of these lemonade packets, take it out there in my garden, and enjoy a glass of lemonade while I'm hanging out with my plants. But today, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do that. But I'm still thirsty, so I'm going to drink my lemonade. This is the new flavor that Element came out for this summer. Element has seasonal flavors they come out with. This was their summer flavor, so it is limited edition. So if you're wanting to try it, get it now. If it's still available, honestly, I don't know. I haven't checked in a while. But it is so tasty. Oh my gosh, it's just so refreshing. If you want to try Element, they are the sponsor of this video, and you can go to the description, click on this link, I'll put it on the screen too, drinkelementi.com/Neisha, and they will send you a free sample pack with any purchase, including the purchase of their canned drinks, which are sparkling, pre-mixed electrolytes in a can, which are really, really nice. So thanks again to Element for sponsoring today's video. We're gonna get started with the salad first. Let me see, what bowl am I going to use? Do you remember when Ray Dunn was so popular? Now nobody cares. This says grateful. I am grateful. I'm so grateful for a happy little harvest. These have been already washed, so don't come for me. There are no little bugs on here, on my fresh veggies. I'm gonna make a pretty big salad because I very much enjoy salads. And I'm gonna put the yellow tomatoes and the red tomatoes in there. The yellow ones are very sweet, but not overly sweet, but they are just really amazing. So a few cucumbers, a few tomatoes, and we're gonna make our own salad dressing also. Let me get my little knife. If you're a big cook, do you have a favorite knife? Yes or no? I feel like when you are someone if you're someone who spends a lot of time in the kitchen, I feel like you have a favorite knife, a favorite fork, a favorite spatula, a favorite pan, a favorite eye on the stovetop that you cook on. I have those favorite things. Please let me know what your favorite things are. So this is my favorite knife. My knives are from Cutco. They were a Christmas present. I got Ken, ironically, he doesn't even cook. I got Ken these a few Christmases ago, and I absolutely love them. They're just so nice and sharp. And like I said, I've had them several years, and it does come with a little sharpener. Or ours did. It looks like this, and you can sharpen your own knives. And I've never had a problem with these knives going dull, which is amazing, I think. So I'm just gonna chop these up. My knife skills have gotten better. If you've been around a long time, you know my knife skills have not always been great. And I'm not saying they're the best, but they are greatly improved compared to what they were years ago when I first started becoming more of a cook. I've always loved to cook, but back in the day, my idea of cooking was, you know, buying something was basically pre-prepared. Prepared. That's kind of hard to say. You know, like Hamburger Helper, stuff like that. These days, that stuff is never in my house. So I very much enjoy making up my own recipes, trying new recipes, and I pretty much stay in my safe zone. I eat the same foods over and over, and like I said, this salad and this steak I eat basically every single day. And I love that for me. And I do not get bored. 4 months on end. Now, when it gets closer to fall or something, I may start to get bored, but in the summer, especially having my own garden, this is the best meal I could possibly have. You couldn't get me out of the house to a restaurant. Oh my gosh. Speaking of getting out of the house. No, first, we're going to have story time. First, okay, if you've been, I hope this feels like you're having a visit with a friend, because that's what it feels like to me. When I do these videos that are just us hanging out and chatting, that's what it feels like to me, is I'm hanging out with a friend. So I hope you feel that way as well. So, if you've been around and you've been my friend on YouTube for quite some time, you know how much I love fall. Like, I love fall. It's my favorite. And I mean, I would just have always looked forward to fall every year, all year, until it is fall. And then I enjoy fall, and then I move on and wish for fall again. So the other day I was scrolling on Instagram, and this little video came up, and it was like, I don't know, 13 Fridays till fall, or till October. And my normal reaction to these type of videos is like, oh, I can't wait. And now that I am really present in the moment, in the garden, that was not my reaction. My reaction was, I'm not ready for fall yet. I'm not ready for that. I'm enjoying summer, y'all. That caught me off guard. I was not aware that my mind had shifted. And that may not seem like a big deal to some people, but that is a very big deal for me. I've hated all seasons but fall for a very long time. Like, I just want to rush through them all until we get to fall, and that's not how it is now that I am in the garden. And I really do attribute that to being in the garden. because it's the only big thing that's changed. Now, kids also make you hyper aware of time, but in a completely different way. Like, I see things changing in my garden every single day. I go out there and my tomatoes have grown a foot overnight. It's insane. And it has just brought me closer to time. I don't know if that makes any sense, but like, seasons are important. And I feel because most humans on the planet are given food from a grocery store, and they are not as aware and connected to how time is passing and how to appreciate it, because you don't witness it in real time. You're totally disconnected from the earth and its timeline. And I think God wanted us to be in tune with the changes and be one with the changes. Like, I am in my fruitful state right now. I am fruitful. I am in a summer mindset, and I have never been in a summer mindset. I'm not a summer person, but now I am. Okay, so I've got my tomatoes and cucumbers diced up. This is some flaky salt. Yum, yum, yum. I'm just gonna do that. I don't know if this is, y'all know me, I just cook. I don't really think about science of cooking or anything like that. I just do what my heart tells me to do. And I've discovered if you salt tomatoes and kind of let them sit, they kind of make their own dressing, like a tomato dressing. And now I'm in my mind, I'm like, can I make a tomato vinaigrette? Is that a thing? So that's a thing I'm going to do once my tomatoes really take off. Because right now I have several, but I don't have an abundance. Like, they're enough for me to have a salad a day, and that's it. But I really want to experiment with that. Now we're going to make a dressing. Not a tomato vinaigrette, but essentially it will turn into a tomato vinaigrette when we put it on the salad. I was going to tell you something else. Oh, right. Okay, so we went to Nashville this past weekend for a wedding, and we had a lot of fun, okay? But it's just so shocking to me. Every time we leave this house these days, I just want to come immediately back home. And we are staying in nice places, and we are eating good food, and we are hanging out with people, and I have a good time. But where a year ago even, I would not have wanted to come back home. I would have been like, oh, can we stay a little longer? I wish we had an apartment in Nashville. I wish this, I wish that. I wish we'd never moved back to the woods, whatever. Y'all, that's just not me anymore. I hate the city. I hate it. Get me out. Get me out. It's loud. It's crowded. There are people everywhere. Who am I? I know I've talked about this before, but it's still, to me, is just so incredibly shocking. All right, so we're going to do half a lemon for our acid. You could do vinegar if you wanted to. I just prefer the freshness of lemon, especially with the tomato. It just tastes so really, I just like it. So you could use any acid that you like. I don't have to, no, I need that. I can move this, okay. Anyways, Ken was like, what do you want to do while we're in Nashville? I was like, whatever you want to do, which is not a normal answer for me. I would immediately be like, let's go to the bookstore, or let's go to the mall, or he was like, don't you want to do something? This was Father's Day, mind you. I was like, it's your day. You pick, what do you want to do? It was raining also. I'm going to do just a little bit of onion, not a whole onion. I know. Who am I here to? But I just need the essence of onion. I don't need the entire onion. Anyways, we ended up going immediately home after we checked out of the hotel and ate breakfast. My kids were mad. They wanted to stay. But they wanted to stay because they wanted to go to the pool, and it was just not a pool day. And I was exhausted, but anyways. All right, so I'm just gonna dice up the tomato. Just gonna dice up the onion really fine. And I'm gonna put that in the lemon juice. Now I'm going to get some fresh cilantro, fresh out of the garden. I love cilantro with tomatoes. And I'm going to chop that up really nice and fine too. And I'm going to put a little bit of that in the bowl, but I'm also going to put some of it into the salad dressing. Now, I just want you to know, I've never made salad dressing this way. Every day is different in my kitchen. Every day. Every day I think, what can I do today that I haven't done before? What can I try? Today I was like, what if I put cilantro in my salad dressing? For the most part, my salad dressing is just vinegar or lemon juice, olive oil, and some salt and spices. But today I just wanted to try something a little different. All right, I also have some fresh dill here, so I'm going to put a little fresh dill in here as well. Smells so good. What else? Oh yeah, and I also have some chives. So I'm gonna do some chives in the salad. And then a little bit of chive in the salad dressing too. All right, I'm also gonna do some salt. This is, I can't remember the brand, but it's a good brand. Flaky salt, and oh my gosh. Best salt I've ever had. I wish I could tell you the brand. But I don't know it. Okay, now we're gonna do some oil. This is olive oil. This is Terra Delisa. I don't know, I'm probably saying that wrong. And for a good vinaigrette, you want 1 part acid, 1 part oil. So I'm just gonna eyeball it. Ooh, good thing I bought another bottle the other day. All right. I've got my steaks sitting out over here so they can rest. I should have opened the packet, but I didn't. All right, I'm gonna give it a shake. Make a little bit of an emulsion. As you can see. How pretty is that? Yummy. Okay, so I'm gonna let that, I'm gonna pour this over the salad. I'm gonna mix it in, and I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator, let it sit for a minute. Oh my gosh. Smells amazing. I'm gonna give it a little toss, as Glinda would say. A little toss, stick it in the fridge, and kind of let it marinate in that vinaigrette while we cook the steak. I'm gonna take a bite of this. I can't help it. It looks so good. Look at this. Oh, it looks so good. Okay. I'm not going to tell you the amount of times that I make a salad and then I end up eating the entire salad while I'm cooking my steak. I'm not going to do that today. That's fine. We're just going to sit in the fridge for a very short amount of time. Let's do our steak. Stove to medium-high heat. I'm using cast iron per usual. I cannot wait to have a gas stovetop. I cannot wait. All right, since my sweet husband is outside working on the farm, I'm gonna cook him up a steak too. I'm gonna do a little salt. I forgot to mention that we have a pumpkin. This is technically a squash, I think, but it volunteered and it came up. How do I already have one of these? It came up last week, I think. Anyways, how cute is that? Okay, I think our skillet's probably hot, so I'm gonna move you over here. All right, so we got a hot skillet. We're gonna drop in our beautiful little steak. Sizzle, sizzle. I don't get too crazy with my steaks, honestly. It's very simple for the most part. So salt and beef, you really can't go wrong. I like it to get a nice crust on it, and then every now and then I might add like a sauce or something on top. But for the most part, I keep it simple. So I'm gonna cook this for about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. I like mine medium to medium rare. I started this video thinking I could not go play outside because it has been raining and was raining, and the minute I turned this camera on, the sun came out. I imagine the minute I turn it off, the rain will come back probably, but that's okay. All right, let's see what we got. Oh yeah, that's nice. Nice little crust on there. I'm gonna throw some butter and garlic in there. Cast iron skillet things. Ken got me this because I kept burning my fingers. So I'm gonna let that melt down. I am not good at this. Please don't judge me. I'm doing my best and it works for me. I'm not Gordon Ramsay. I'm a mom. I'm just a girl. Am I doing this wrong? Probably. I watched a tutorial on how to do this. And this is the first time I'm trying it. Right here on a YouTube in front of everybody so I can be criticized. That's how much I care. I mean, I obviously know people are going to critique this and I just don't care. I don't care. Also, I'm left-handed. It makes everything harder, I feel, to be left-handed. All right, I think that's good. Good enough for me, anyways. That's how I cooked my steak today. Will I do it again tomorrow the same way? Probably not. I will cook my husband's steak in just a moment. Let's get our salad. Looking lovely. Okay, now it's time for a taste test. Let's do steak first. Put a little more salt on there. So good. Let's put it all together. Heavenly. Okay guys, we've cooked lunch together. I'm gonna go sit down and enjoy this. Maybe listen to my book. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Love you, mean it. Bye guys.